right, we're still on Unit 7, Module 3, Lesson 1. I have 64,000 divided by 10 to the second. Okay, we have to do a couple of things. I know it's going to be 10 times less than. I don't know how many times 10 times less than it's going to be. But I need to figure out what this means right here. I have 10, but I have 2 zeros. So I have 10 and I have 2 zeros. Okay. If I have 10 with 1, that's 10. If I have 10 to the 0 power, that's actually the number 1. That's a little tricky. Okay, so I have 64,000, and I'm going to divide it by really 100 times smaller. Okay, I'm going to show you the strategy I was taught in middle school. Okay, I can do this in a place. Actually, I'm going to do it in a place value chart first. Okay, so this is my ones, my tens, my hundreds, my thousands. Whoops, did I miss something? Yep, oh no, I didn't. My 10,000s. I'm used to drawing them for decimals. Okay, so 64,000. I'm going to make it 100 times smaller. So 1, 2, that's 10 times smaller, that's 100 times smaller. And then there would be my decimal. So my number would be 640. Okay, here's how I was taught in middle school, and I'm running out of room a little bit, so I'm going to erase this. Again, come back and please look at this. Please come back and look at this. I know you guys don't have a place value chart at home, but maybe if you have some paper, make one, try to make one. All right, so I have 64,000, and we're starting to learn that fractions are division. I actually had one of you write on your answer, which was amazing. I divided the numerator by the denominator. Yes, that's what division is. That's what fractions are. One thing divided into 2 pieces is 1/2, right? So this is really just, you're going to spend some time in, when you get to pre-algebra, this is what it's going to look like. It might be 6th or 7th grade for some of you, maybe 8th grade. You can cross out the zeros because you're showing that you're comparing the 2 numbers. And if you look at this, that equals, that was reducing. Okay, so you will see it that way in middle school. Okay, first you have to figure out what place value that actually is, and then you're going to divide it. Okay, I'm going to leave that top. We have 64,000 divided by 10 to the 3rd. So I know that this is not 1, not 10, right? But this is 1,000 because I have 3 place value columns that I moved over. So in essence, I have 3 zeros. So 64,000 divided by 1,000. I'm just going, actually I'm going to do it both ways. I have to do it both ways. Don't get lazy, right? Again, there's my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. And I'm moving smaller, 10 times smaller. Remember, this was from number corner about 3 weeks before we left on break. So I'm getting smaller by 3 place value columns. So 1, 2, 3. My decimal is there, my decimal goes there. So my number is going to be 64. If I have 64,000, I'm going to divide it by 1,000. It equals 64 over 1, or 64. All right, now you try.